it on StreamYard.
Well, I would.
Is that Bowhunter safety course?
Yep. I got it on the back in the background here, down below.
Let me get there.
It basically
Plug in
we
my-
got to go through it could be read to us, or you could read it yourself, your choice. I've already been through it, half of it already. I'm going to finish up the rest sometime later this week.
Oh, you gotta log in.
Huh?
I have to log in.
Oh, okay.
I have to create a
Oh, you do? You can't use my link?
Nope.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I have to have my own password and username.
Account.
It's free to use. It's free to use.
Yeah.
Doesn't cost anything, which is good. Hey, Wyatt's here. Hey, Wyatt, how you doing? Yeah, we're going to be discussing the Iowa Bowhunter safety course. Well, it's not 100% required. It is highly, strongly suggested that a lot of people take this. And if you're going to be doing any bow hunting in the city of Des Moines during their inner city bow deer season, then that changes things, because that's a requirement once you do that. Just discussing bow hunter safety and everything else. I do not have my bows here with me because they're in the other room. I can't move very far right now, so I'm kind of regulated to where I can be. I mean, like I said, when you go through this thing, it'll basically read this for you and everything. It is like the history of it. Then it's like 10 units total. Then you take a small test and you pass it, and then that's pretty much it. So there's supposed to be a physical test if you actually have to decide to hunt inside the city limits of Des Moines. That you have to hit a 20-yard target in the 10, center 10 times out of 10. To me, 20 yards is easy for most people. For me, anyway. But and if anybody has any kind of compound with sights and everything, it should not be too difficult either. Hey, Rob, how you doing, brother?
Yeah, I need to find a laser to attach to my bow.
Why do you need a laser?
Because with my eye adjustment.
Say what?
Because I have to shoot right-handed and my right eye is bad.
There's a way to do that.
What, switch hands?
Yep.
You know how hard that is to relearn to shoot?
Yep, but the thing is, I know how to shoot both ways.
Yeah, do you not already have all the right-hand gear?
Well, I already do, which is really freaky because of Ian and the people I taught.
No, it's cheaper for me just to get a laser.
Yeah.
A laser light? That's all I need.
Hey, that's a good answer, Rob, because lasers are cool.
Yeah, I just wish it was on a shark's head.
Yeah, I know. Sharks with freaking lasers. That would be cool. But knowing my luck, I'd end up with dolphins with freaking lasers.
No, I just need to know where it's straight. That's all I need to know.
Say what again?
I just need to know where it's going to go straight. That's all I need.
Well, since I have a cataract in my right eye, it doesn't hurt me much, to be honest. Because I'm left eye dominant, and I'm not either eye dominant, but being left-handed helps. So I don't have to worry about it.
Like I said, I already have all the gear for right-handed. So it's just cheaper to get a laser.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with what I got because I can do that. But once I get my eye fixed, then it wouldn't matter. I can still shoot either hand. But I'm dominant left. So I'd have to, that's my next big thing is hopefully, if we can figure out the budget for it, is arrows. That's my biggest budget, is my arrows. Because as everybody knows, bows are one thing, arrows are a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
because it doesn't matter how good a bow you have. If you have terrible arrows, it's not going to help.
No, it doesn't.
But I have a line on some really good ones at threeriversarchery.com. I was just the shabs, mind you, and it's going to cost me over $100 just for the shabs for 12. But these are going to be half field points, half broadheads. I thought you said you weren't supposed to do that, Wyatt, during the week. You said that yesterday. You have homework and stuff to do. All that stuff comes first, dude. Right, Jason?
Yep, homework's first. Unless he can prove he did it.
Yep. Well, let's see. The rules are school, family, church if you do that, and then us. We're way down on the list.
And chores.
That's what I said. We're down on the list. Like 5th or 6th. But do your responsibilities first. Actually, I have actually seen some toy bows that are actually surprisingly decent. I have seen some toy bows that actually have a 20-pound draw, surprisingly enough. Okay, does that include your chores or just your homework?
Yes, I have done my homework.
This is my homework, right here.
Yeah, my traps are in the creek right now.
Soaking? Or you
My
set up?
crawdad traps. My crawdad traps.
Okay, thank you for specifying.
Yeah, we're just gonna count to see how many that we have, or if there is any in there.
Are you going to do like a crawdad boil or something, or no?
Nope, I'm gonna release them back into the water.
Okay, you're not going to do a cook, catch and cook thing.
No, I just need to find out if they're in there and how many, and how healthy they are.
Yeah, I done my farm work for the day. Also, I'm also done for the day. Okay. What do you think, Jason? Yes or no? He said he's got his farm work.
You can let them up for a bit.
Okay, for a little bit. I'll put the link is up there. You can pop up for a little bit.
Yeah, remember he's in Pennsylvania, so he's on Eastern time.
Yeah, so you're about an hour ahead of us. Cecilia is too.
Hi, Cecilia.
Hey, Cecilia.
Hey, Cecilia. We're going to be learning about bow hunter safety today. And we're going to go through the list. I'm going to paraphrase a lot of this stuff because we don't need to read it word for word. But I've read this stuff multiple times already.
Oh, you just hit play and let it do its thing.
But it's
we got several days.
Huh?
We have several days.
That's true. We could do one page a day or couple pages a day, then go that. There's only 10 sections.
Chapter?
There's 10 chapters.
Yeah, just do chapter 1 today.
Okay. So if I get dinged for
the voice,
the voice, I'm going to get dinged. I'm okay with that. So we're going to be going over bow hunter safety as it is listed here in Iowa, Wyatt.
Okay.
I know it's not the same from where you're from in Pennsylvania, but it'll give you a gist. And you could go look on your DNR site that you have there in your state and see if they have any requirements as well. But this is what I've got here. And Jason hasn't got his hunter safety card or anything now in Texas. So this is helping him with that. Since I am going to be not walking for a while, at least not hunting anyway, I'm going to be doing this for next couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So you have any questions?
No.
Okay. Surgery. Well, they told Jenny it went fine. I am still sore as all get out. I do have medication I can take, but I don't want to, if that makes any sense. I've got an ice machine thing that they have me. I could keep the swelling down on without medication. But it gets really freaking cold. But I'm healing slowly. Okay, I'm going to be playing this for a little bit, guys. So If you have any questions, you tell me to stop, and I will start from scratch, okay? Jason, you okay?
I am good.
Okay. Wyatt, are you okay? You good to go?
Yep, I'm good.
Okay, here we go.
The history of modern bow hunting. Bow hunting
Can you hear
dates
that?
back to the Stone
Yes.
Age and can be traced throughout history in many regions around the world,
Okay.
including Asia, Europe, and North America. Native Americans were skilled bow hunters. While their bows and arrows were often crude, they overcame the limitations of their equipment with their exceptional ability to stalk within close range of wary prey. The ability to get close to game remains the essence of all bow hunting today. As immigrants moved into North America, they gradually combined European and Native American archery techniques and technology. The first archery club in America, known as the United Bowmen of Philadelphia, was formed in 1828. The writings of bow hunters Will and Maurice Thompson helped popularize bow hunting in the 1860s and 1870s. In 1878, Maurice Thompson published the book, The Witchery of Archery, which inspired many more individuals to pick up a bow and arrow. In 1879, the newly founded National Archery Association, or NAA, held the first U.S.-sponsored tournament.
Okay, that's the first page, folks. That's all there. I mean, that's. We're going to go on to page, chapter 2. Oh, sorry. I got logged out. Okay, this one's going to be more of a bow hunt, the video thing. So.
Haley, dreaming again?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Look who's here.
Oh, hey! So glad you could join us. So you want to get into bow hunting, right?
Oh, so you're just getting started. Well, that means there's still a few tricks you can learn.
No problem. We'll give you a hand. We're just out practicing. Come on, check it out.
So think about it. Why do you want to get into archery and bow hunting? I mean, if you're like most people, it's probably the excitement. The formula is pretty simple. With bow hunting, you need to get close to big game. I mean, really close. And the closer you get, the more exciting it gets.
That's part of what it's about, but there's more to it than the excitement. Because bow hunting requires us to get so much closer to wildlife, it actually creates a much closer connection to and understanding of both the wildlife and their habitat. And that builds a closer bond and appreciation between people and the natural environment. It gets us outside during beautiful times of the year and away from the stresses of modern life. Bow hunting offers lifelong adventure and learning. Even this simple deer trail leads us into learning about tracking, scouting, interpreting wildlife signs and patterns, and honing all kinds of outdoor skills. So in the end, those challenges help us change by learning and mastering new things. That's all pretty gratifying.
Oh, you like the gear too? Who doesn't?
Yeah, there's so many different types of arrows and bows. I myself prefer the ones that remind me of the history of archery. You know, and with today's modern bows, almost anyone can get into it. But here, check this one out.
Uh-oh, could be love.
For many people, it's a stepping stone thing. They try it when they're young, maybe in scouts or the National Archery in the Schools program. And before you know it, they're practicing in archery shops, ranges, and outdoor places to safely shoot arrows. Then when season rolls around, they may take their first hunt. It's a great natural progression.
And let's not forget about all the archery movie heroes out there. I mean, they help inspire too.
So this is what goes on in your imagination, huh? I approve.
And let's not forget about the bonding and social benefits that go hand in hand with archery and bow hunting.
This is a great way to spend the day with family and friends.
Now, it's important that we enjoy the hunt, but there's another set of reasons why we bow hunt.
You might not know it, but bow hunters like us help raise funds for wildlife management nationally. Not only that, but we can fill a void that hunters with firearms can't very easily, such as safely managing deer in urban areas.
Now, if we are fortunate enough to get a turkey, deer, or other wild game, then we are being self-sufficient by getting our food from the wild. It's a sustainable lifestyle, so to speak.
Right. There are a lot of reasons we choose this. All right. We've got a few more targets to go.
Yeah, that's pretty cool information, as you guys should know. So, what do you guys think?
Click to learn
That's
more.
actually, it's really informational and helpful. It really helps like describe archery.
Yeah, this one here is just the second part of the total 10. I put the link to this particular thing on in the chat. So if you're interested in doing that, you can scroll back up and get to it, or I can repost it. I'm not sure if Jason actually signed up for it or not. He said he might. It said you had to create an account in order to watch this stuff themselves at their own pace, but it's free. It doesn't cost anything, and it's really good information.
Yeah, because that's actually included with our hunter safety course here.
Yeah.
It's both
And
included with that.
Both usually, I mean, when I went through hunter safety course when I was in high school, back when they still did that in high school, they only had a small portion on archery, and they had me bring my gear in because I'm the only one that actually had a complete set of gear. But this when I had a longbow back then, so there was that. So I've been shooting since high school, since way before high school, actually. So when I was actually younger than you, Wyatt, was when I started.
I started shooting bow when I was 5 years old.
I started when I was 8. My son started when he was 2. Wow. Yeah. He's 17 now. He's really good. I taught him everything I know. But the thing is, natural skill is a big help. Hand-eye coordination, don't discount it. If you play video games, he's good with both firearms and bows. So that's good. But this is just only one half of the whole equation when it comes to hunter safety in general. I mean, but bows, that's the one thing I prefer. Because one thing, we can reuse our ammo, which is a freakingly cool thing nowadays when everything else is so freaking expensive.
Yeah.
We actually have to hunt more ethically than firearm hunters.
Oh, yeah.
Because we have to make sure our shot placements are more precise because we have to get closer. Do I have to be that close? 20 yards to me is short distance for me. But some people might think 40 yards is short distance. Depending on
also, remember, it also depends on the weight of the arrow that you're using. Also, the type of arrows and how much draw weight you have to make sure you have an ethical shot.
The weight of the bow, weight of your points, whether you're using a blunt, a broadhead, a mechanical broadhead, or just a simple field point. And before anybody says that you can't hunt with field points, you can, but with small game mostly, like rabbits and squirrels. It just, you don't necessarily need a broadhead to hunt that or a blunt to hunt rabbits and squirrels. Does it help? Yes, it does. But you got to practice with those. And if you're used to practicing with field points, you can do that. So even if you're using, say, carbon or aluminum arrows or even fiberglass arrows with removable tips, you can change any field point arrow into a blunt style for hunting small game by adding a simple washer. And it's not that difficult to do, but you got to practice with it. That's the big thing. So, anything to add to that, Jason?
No, he's making me coffee.
He snuck out on me. Do you have any questions, Molly? Or
No, I'm good. Thank you.
You mentioned
No,
yesterday,
but-
Wyatt. Go ahead.
I have
Sorry.
a comment, but
Sure.
I think like me starting shooting archery when I was super young, like it helped because I do how it mentioned in the video NASP, National Archery in the Schools program.
Right.
My school
Hi, Blake.
has it,
Sorry.
and we do it, and I've been pretty successful with the tournaments that we do.
I was unfortunate that they didn't offer that when I was in school. And I didn't start doing competitions until after I graduated. And I actually did the Iowa Games here in the state of Iowa back in 2019 just to see if I could do it. I competed and I won my division, technically 2 divisions. That
I
would,
actually have right here. This is
mine's up there.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's cool.
Mines are just simple ones up there on the wall, nothing fancy. A couple of medals, but I've mainly hunted for small game. That's my biggest thing, or done tournament archery at Renaissance fairs that I ran. But I shot at 40, 50, and 60 yards. Yeah, that's a little bit far. But I got a center bullseye at 60 yards with a recurve bow, takedown recurve bow. Yeah, I've been shooting for a long time, Wyatt. So
yeah, I can only get 30 yards out of my compound that's up at 40 pounds right now.
oh no. No,
Kinda
literally,
yes.
no.
Hey, Mandy.
Mandy.
Hey, Mandy. Hey, Blake. I have actually taken a 30-pound bow and shot it 110 yards.
Oh,
Yeah.
But did it have enough? Would it have enough power to be ethical at that distance?
No.
no.
Would you hunt
No.
with it? No. Not at that distance. No. That was
No.
just shooting for distance, clout
Yes.
shooting. But 110 yards, easy. The thing is, if you want to do ethically, I wouldn't go out past 30 with your
Yeah.
bow.
I wasn't planning on like 20.
I see 20 is like I would say minimum if you're going out for distance. But the thing is, it all depends on how you stock. I mean, if you want to do if you're going for deer and you're doing it from a stand, that's different. It's usually about 10 to 25 yards anyway, depending on how high you are up in the tree. I'm a ground hunter, so that eliminates that plan. I don't climb trees very well. But I've had deer come within 10 feet of me standing still with my bow. They come up and they looked right at me in the face. But I didn't move, so I know what I was doing. So I'm sure Blake has got some bow hunting stories as well. He's got a couple new bows anyway. So, but the thing is, it's all about if you're comfortable with your gear and you practice your shot. Shot placement is everything. And remember to breathe, because most people get deer fever and deer jump the string. I'm sure you've heard those terms, Wyatt.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember to breathe, because breathing is everything. Because if you don't breathe, you're gonna throw off your shots so much. But I'm a firm believer in hunting for rabbits and squirrel first, then deer second and third. Like last, because during hunting season, unless you have a dedicated spot that you know that you're going to be able to get into before somebody else does, it's going to be hard to get in. I mean, because there's people who are territorial about their spots, especially on public land. Public land is not supposed to be held by anybody.
I know. The problem is they get real apprehensive.
Territorial is all I can say.
Yeah.
But I have run into some hunters who are very, very good on that too. I mean, you come in right after the morning, be like a half an hour before sunset and a half an hour after. Before half an hour before sunrise and a half an hour after is like the golden hour, I guess, for hunting for deer. if you come in after that hunting for everything else, most of them will be really understanding, but not necessarily all, but most. But as long as they take their equipment with them, which I mean, including their deer stands, their deer ladders, or whatever it is that they're using. Because a lot of them think they could just leave their stuff there and there'll be no consequences. Not in Iowa. But, oh my gosh. I'm sorry you got a blister there, Mandy.
Oh.
Did you put anything on it? So, what kind of arrows and what kind of tips are you using, Wyatt?
For my compound bow, I'm using.
Are you using Eastons or what are you using?
They're Eastons.
Oh, okay.
The 6.5. I think they're
okay.
500s.
Okay, I prefer mine a lot heavier than that,
points.
but I'm not okay. Those right there would be perfect for small game because I have taken rabbits and stuff with, field points, and that one's a really good point for this. I've actually taken down a really freaking huge rabbit doing that. But like you said, you can. I said earlier, if you want to make it a little bit more efficient for hunting small game, you could unscrew the tip, put in a small washer, and give you a little bit more punch. But I'm a firm believer in feathers over vanes because of my equipment is more traditional than the compounds, and it's relied more on my eyes and my instincts than sights. Since I shoot bare bow.
This is my cousin's bow that my
Okay.
uncle gave me.
Oh, that's good.
It's
Not a bad
actually
bow.
a right-handed. It's right-handed, but the camera's reverse.
Are you right or left-handed?
I write left-handed, but I do everything else right-handed.
Dominant right.
Well, I'm going to say this, Wyatt. Welcome to the club because most of the people you see on panel, when you see like Cliff and me and Jason, we're all left-handed.
No, I'm right.
You're right-handed? I thought
I'm
you
dominant
were.
right, yeah.
But you have to switch left, don't you?
Yes, he has to.
Because of my eyesight in my right eye.
Yeah, my uncle was the same way. He had a piece of metal getting in his right eye. So technically, you're still a left-handed shooter. That counts. But
Hence, that's why I need.
We have a lot of lefties in here.
And
Just to
then
let
these
you know.
are my broadheads.
Well, okay, which brand? Because I can't really. I can see the style, but who makes them?
I don't know. I just grabbed them from my local archery shop. Just
Always know what you got because it also tell you how much they weigh and if you need to ever replace their blades because they will break from time to time, either by missed shots or bone strikes. They can break.
yeah.
And if you ever need to repair them, you need to know where you get your gear from. I like Zwickis. Here,
I learned how to sharpen.
Yeah, give me a moment here. I got to stand up. It's going to take me a little bit because I don't move very well.
Was that whole chapter we just watched?
That was 2 chapters, actually.
Oh, okay.
That was short.
That was really short.
Well, like I said, it's not very big. We can add more if we wanted to, but we wanted to discuss some of it.
Yeah, compared to
Yeah,
my
I figured we
Pennsylvania
just do a
hunter
chapter and then
safety
we discuss the chapter.
Yeah, we could.
First one was the history.
Yeah. Usually the quiz is afterwards.
Yeah, but that's at the end.
I wish my chapters in the hunter safety course were that short. It took me 16 hours.
Oh, my boy didn't take his hunter safety course until late last year. It's a 4-week course. He did it in less than a week.
Wow.
From start to finish. And he passed with a 98% pass rate.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had like a
Now,
89 or something.
Oh, well, you behave yourself.
Let me see.
Now, here in Texas, our hunter safety course also includes the shotgun, center fire, PCP, bows and arrows, and trapping.
Trapping was only barely mentioned.
Oh no, ours was a whole chapter. Nope.
Yeah, I wish mine mentioned like the PCP and stuff, but it didn't.
Yeah.
But it
I know.
mentioned all the muzzleloaders,
Yeah,
crossbows,
you
hunting
got muzzleloader.
pistols.
Yeah.
Okay, let me show you. This is one of my. Give me a second here. This is one of my blunts that I use. It's called a hex blunt. For my this is a
commercial.
Okay. Forgot about the commercials.
Don't leave the commercials in and give you a couple cents.
I got, what do I got?
It's
Climate.com.
I got something about golf.
But I could talk to you guys here in the chat. You don't want to watch who are up here on StreamYard. This is called a hex blunt. Little concave, little blunt. This one here, I hit something really freaking hard. Flatten it.
Oh yeah, you did.
Now I've got to get. Give me a second here. My broadheads are in a different spot, and I can't reach with my fingers.
My heads are done.
Myself. Carrying a multi-tool is a must.
Definitely.
Oh, also, if you're hunting with the broadheads, don't forget your broadhead wrenches, please.
If you're using a screw-in broadhead type.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
you
am
need those. As everybody says, oh, I can just use my fingers. Well, that's what leads you to go get stitches.
Yep.
And that's the only way you can get it on there really good and tight without messing up the ferrule or anything else. Trying to use a pair of pliers or anything else without damaging them. Yeah, I wouldn't even use that.
Okay, this is one of my Hilbrun's broadheads. It's a glue-on type.
Oh, I think I have some of those.
These are great for wooden arrows, which I prefer over, because I find no matter what people say, with exception of full-on solid fiberglass rods, shabs, like the kind you use for bow fishing.
Yeah.
You're not going to find an arrow more forgiving than a wood or cedar arrow, because it doesn't take much for a fiberglass or not fiberglass, a carbon or aluminum arrow to get damaged, and pretty much the arrow is done.
Yeah. Well, like I said, also the same thing with using the your wooden arrow shafts is trying to get them all exactly the same. It's pretty tough.
Yeah, because you have to weigh each tip, you have to weigh each shaft before and after installation, and then you got to practice with those weights. The way you can get around that is if you weigh a field point set up with the exact same weight. I usually go with 125 grain tips for my field points. That's on the heavier side. It's not the heaviest you can get, but it's on the heavier side. So anything less than that, you're golden. Also, like I said, I prefer feather over veins. It's a matter of preference, because there's nothing wrong with veins if you like them. That's perfectly fine. But I am a old school kind of guy.
Well, you said a lot of people like to use the veins because they're a little bit more aerodynamic.
The thing is, they don't handle the heat well.
I get the pen.
Yeah. Well,
they hate the heat.
Oh yeah.
When they get warm, they warp, and you cannot easily straighten them out. Not without maybe using a hair straightener or something to flatten them back out. Because if they curl, they're done. That's why I like about feathers. They're a little bit more forgiving. Even wet, they're a lot more forgiving. Let me get I got my quiver down over here. I just got to get up and get it. I'm just not moving very fast. So if you have any questions, I can still hear you. I'm just going to head down over here.
Bottoms up.
Any questions?
No.
Really, Cecilia.
What?
Oh, she's out to see back a dead branches and still waiting for them to do it next door as well.
Okay, Wyatt, what kind of quiver are you using?
This is one I got when I was like 5 or 6. It's just an Allen hip or shoulder quiver.
Okay,
And then
I'm a back quiver kind of guy myself. Nothing wrong with that.
And then for shooting, like when I shot a 3D compound shoot or when I shoot my Genesis bow for fun.
Yeah, let me put you up there and show me off here. Show me what you got there. Okay, that's a hip quiver, right? Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, this one's hip. And then this one is my compound quiver. It's just an Allen.
Okay.
Really old.
Yeah, no. I hate to say this. You're really old. It's not that old to me. This is, okay, here's mine. Let me show you mine here. This one's mine. Yeah. It's been through the weather a few times. And ignore the pink arrows. Those actually came with another bow that I picked up at Goodwill a while back that I haven't done anything with yet.
Color doesn't mean anything.
No, but it matches the bow that it came with.
Right.
So they're going to go with those. I do have a couple arrows set up right here. So the broadheads, medieval style broadheads.
Those are the broadheads I need there for mine.
Yeah.
That's good.
Those
solid.
will need a part of deer.
Oh yeah. Are they sharp enough yet? No. I've still got to sharpen them a lot. Now the one I showed you earlier with the this is the hex blunt. As you can see, it's the hex size. That is solid. This is a simple arrow I picked up off of eBay. Not the best arrows, mind you, but they work.
I have a
Now, give me a second here.
I couldn't hear Wyatt.
What'd you say again? Wyatt.
Oh,
you said
I was just saying, I have a bunch of like traditional arrows for some reason.
nothing wrong with traditional arrows, dude. I'm a firm believer in 4-fletch because they stabilize. I have really heavy bows, heavier than average, because I shoot a 74-pound longbow, and I've got 55-pound recurves and longbows and stuff like that I carry on the regular.
Yeah, so say you has a question there.
Sure.
I have some flatheads. What are they good for?
Are you talking about broadhead style like this, or like I was showing earlier? Like this, Cecilia.
And she says she still has hers in a box.
Now, I've always said that you need to practice with what you got. It's because if it comes to the point where you need to use it, your body will not be conditioned to use it.
And she says the flat ones.
Flat ones.
Like you just showed.
Okay.
Like the hex points.
No, the flat.
I've got some judo points. I've got some rubber blunts somewhere.
We'll just hold it up and go A, B, C, D, or E.
Okay, here is this one here is just a straight 2-bladed broadhead.
That's A.
That's A. Give me a second here. Switching arrows here. This is a hex blunt.
B.
That's another hex blunt. It's just another hex blunt. Another hex blunt. This is like
that's the one. A or B. I don't know if she's going to be behind in the chat or not.
Yeah. And their C would be technically field points.
Yeah, the first one or the second one?
One or two?
Okay,
So if you don't mind
let's
me
see. She
asking-
has the hex. You said I have some of those and some of the
Two.
spiked ones.
B.
So B and C.
Okay. Now I do have some that I have to set up for some carbon arrows that I picked up that I have to put together myself, which come with this kind of setup. The tri-bladed broadheads, screw-in type. I won a dozen carbons a while back. The arrows could not handle my bow.
Well, they won't handle mine.
My bow was too powerful. I literally shattered them as I was shooting them. So that didn't happen. Now, give me a second here.
Now, is that six of each, Cecilia, or 3 of each?
Now, here is a Zwicky broadhead. Now, this one here is one of my favorite ones. Not my favorite, most favorite. I
Looks
lost.
like a razor blade.
It does, but it's all one piece. It's all solid. It's not doesn't come apart. It doesn't have any apertures for adding a cross or bleeder blade like some people have. This thing is really sharp, mind you. But yeah, this is one of my ones I like to use. I like to use the 2-bladed type over the 3 tri-bladed ones. It's just because I think they're more efficient, less likely to go wrong.
Gotcha, Cecilia.
I understand that, Cecilia. You might want to transfer over to going for crossbows if you're having trouble with things. Crossbows might be the more safer and more efficient for you. Because nowadays you can get some with
hand cranks,
or even I've seen an electronic crank one for people who have issues.
You got the air too as well.
Yeah, well, that one is a little bit more expensive.
Yeah, well, they all are.
Well, no, I mean, a regular crossbow is going to be a lot cheaper than an air bow.
Yeah, but having the strength to draw it back, or if you got the hand crank that you can set it up, yeah, you can do that.
Right. But I have all that stuff for doing all that kind of thing. I can even make my own arrows if I want to. My own bowstrings, which I have. It's always good to have extras with you. Especially when you go hunting. Always carry a spare bowstring. Doesn't matter if if you have a compound, it might be a little tough.
Yeah.
That's when you got to take it to a shop.
That's why I like about traditional bows. They take less, I don't need extra equipment in order to do that. I can even make them on the fly if I really had to. Also, another thing you might want to consider, if you're going for small game, like I do, this is going to look a little weird, but one of these.
Yeah.
Any idea what it is?
You throw it at the animal.
Though I would not want to get winged with this thing because this thing is freaking heavy. Yes, but no.
You
don't
beat
wing
them
this
to
heavy.
death after you hit them?
No.
No.
This is what you use to carry them with.
Oh. A leader. Like a fish lead.
Well, it's sort of like a stringer.
Yeah.
You would run it through their if it's a rabbit, through the tendons of their back legs. Just have it go over through there and around like that. That way you can hold them on while you're carrying it. Just go through your belt loops of your pants to carry them. If you don't have a hunting jacket, but wearing hunter orange during the hunting season is another topic we're going to be probably talking later, probably on Jason's channel. Or that'd be under hunter safe. Another thing, a different chapter. But we will be discussing hunter safety later, tomorrow most likely, unless anybody wants to bring it up more.
I don't know what I'm doing yet, Schmo.
Oh, you were mentioning having a tip wrench, Jason.
Yeah,
Yes.
broadhead wrench. Yeah, there you
Right
go.
here. This is what he's talking about, tip wrenches. Since you do, if you're using broadheads like you have, Wyatt, having one of these on hand fits in your pockets really thin, as you can see. You can tighten your broadheads really simply.
So they got
So
the ones that
cost? Do they cost
they
a
got the
lot?
ones that are now about 3 inches long, about 2 inches
This one
in
actually
diameter.
came.
I should put in them.
This one actually came with my broadheads that I bought. You know that setup I was showing you with the that's not put together yet. I'll show you. Okay. It actually came with this setup. Because I got the arrows, but I did not. I got the shafts, but I didn't have them set up for anything yet. But that's. I don't think I even have any of those in here because I gave them to Ian because I can't use them because they're too light for my bows. I pull really heavy arrows, the bows. Yeah, I can understand that, Cecilia. The string, if you don't use your bowstring, it could dry out, Cecilia. You got to wax your bowstrings on the regular. I do mine 2 or 3 times a year. Why? I'm not sure what kind of string your compound came with. You said you got it from your uncle?
Yeah, he knows everything about bows.
Then you got an expert on hand, so you could lean on him.
Yeah,
I'm more of a traditional guy. I'm a more of a traditional guy, so my expertise isn't going to help you as much, but I can help you with going after small game. That's what I practice with. Now, if you're going for deer and stuff, I think your uncle might be a little bit more talk to for the local area using your equipment that you have, and he can help you maintain your equipment too. So lean on him, ask questions. And the only dumb question you can ask is not saying anything at all. So basically annoy the crap out of him to get all the information you need. You think it's funny, but it's true.
It's true.
I'd rather you have too much information than not enough. Because you come up into a weird situation that you don't know. Like, say, you hit a rabbit, or if you're going for deer at this particular time, and you have your license for that. Because most people your age don't have a deer license or deer tag. They usually go off somebody else's deer tag.
As an adult, yeah.
As an adult. So if, say, you hit a deer and it crosses someone's property line, can you go after it?
Nope, you have to
gotta go ask permission.
Yep.
In Iowa, you can follow it, but you got to leave all your other gear behind. That's something you didn't know. But I'll be using one of the two. I got 3 different types of broadheads. There's this one here, which is all aluminum, which I don't like, and these plastic ones, and my 2 bladed ones, which I showed you earlier.
So what target do you usually use to shoot at?
I actually have a 3D target, which I picked up off the curb. Somebody threw it away.
Oh, wow.
I actually did a video about it a while back. And I actually got one of my really good friends on here to come and hang out with us because of it. He's from North Carolina. His name is Jason as well. And I was doing archery Sundays because I picked up this 3D target out of the trash. And there's nothing wrong with it. I just set up in my backyard and shoot off my deck. About 20 yards. That's all you really need. And just a matter of repetition and practice and breathing. But the thing is, I don't normally go after deer because of the competition. Because it is hard to get into good places that have deer without permissions.
Mm-hmm.
I got lucky this year. I'm going to have a permission for a place that has not been hunted a lot. So does it have a lot of appropriate land for that? Not as you would think. but it does have a couple areas that could host deer because it is a lot of open farmland with some ditches and some maple trees. And don't ever think, but deer love not maple trees, mulberry trees. They love mulberries for some reason. They go nuts.
The answer, Cecilia. There, it is a
Jugsing bow. I've seen those.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she talked about that one before, but with her draw weight being restricted, it's going to take a while. I mean, I'm still thinking a crossbow might be her best bet with something like that, especially with a mechanical advantage style cocking mechanism. Either a crank or I have seen electric cranks for people who are handicapped. So that's something she might want to consider looking into. I am not a crossbow kind of guy. Have I shot crossbows? Yes. But Jenny's a lot better than I am. Accuracy-wise, I'm just faster.
Well, they got that one now that's got the lever that cocks it for you, too. Like a brake barrel.
Yeah. And it holds like 3 or 4 crossbow bolts at the same time.
Yeah.
Which is really nice, actually.
Yeah.
Hey, Jared, how you doing, brother? Now, this gentleman here just moved from Kansas to Iowa. And he is a bow hunter as well. So he's just getting into the game here, Wyatt. So I've been a friend of him for years. And he's a really cool guy. Okay, what am I? Oh, that's one. Man, get my gear off here.
I hate to do it, but I gotta go here. And
you said you were supposed to be here for 5 minutes anyway, brother. So you kind of extended that quite a bit.
He said he had till 9 o'clock.
Oh, 9 o'clock? Okay. Well, there you go.
For him, it's
that's
9
just
o'clock.
for the video. I can come back and I'll be in the chat later in maybe a half an hour.
We're going to hold off with another video, the next chapter till tomorrow, but because I'm going to try to make this stretch as much.
Thursday?
Huh?
You mean Thursday?
Thursday. Well, are you going to do anything on your channel or no?
I'll probably do something different.
Okay. Well, then I'll be doing my next chapter on Thursday for me.
Yeah.
All right.
But then again, remember, I'm not restricted from any time in particular because I am stuck home for the moment. I'm working on it. Be well.
Thank you, guys.
Wyatt. Talk to you later.
All right.
Bye.
See you in a while.
Bye, Wyatt.
Bye, Jason. Bye, Molly.
Hey, Jarrett, if you're not busy, could you come on up if you can make it? I'd like to I have some questions for you. Because he's coming in from a different state to Iowa. What am I hitting here? I'm hitting something. Oh, there it is. The link is at the top of the chat if you think you can come up. We're discussing the bow hunter safety course, which is going to be I'm going to be doing over a couple chapters a day, every chat because I got nothing else better to do until my leg is healed. So since I can't go out and shoot for myself. Yeah, let me correct myself because I don't want to
shoot myself.
Shoot by myself. But I do have plans to go shooting and everything else. But these are just simple target arrows for the pink ones here. In case anybody was wondering, I got a black and pink girl's bow. And before you say anything, it's marketed as a girl's bow. Not my words.
The bow doesn't know who's shooting it.
Don't ask me. It's not my wording. Yeah, the hand crossbow would work great for small defense type situations. I would not rely on it for hunting, though, Cecilia, because My wording for that particular hand bows, the small ones, you couldn't hit the broadside of the barn from the inside because they are totally inaccurate as all get out.
Well, because of the little itty bitty ones now.
Yeah, the little plastic ones that they come with are junk. If you can find someone to make you appropriately weighted and fletched bolts for that, that might change. But the bolts are junk. I mean, I've seen some really nice, powerful little hand crossbows, but they need better bolts. Feather fletched bolts, not veined, because they require what's the word for it? Finesse. Okay. Definitely hurt somebody if they're coming after you. And they should be fairly easy to reload and shoot again, especially if they got the newer ones that are clip fed. I'm sure Jason's even seen those.
What?
The clip fed crossbows.
Oh, yeah.
They don't need a lot of manual, labor to load and reload because they mostly some of them are self-cocking nowadays, and they would definitely protect you in a pinch. You hit them once, and you hit them low, where it hurts most. They will not bother you again.
This one?
Yeah. They'll probably be singing soprano, but they will definitely be not bothering you again.
It's not ready. It's dinner ready?
So, Jared, how was dove season? I know you went not this weekend, but the weekend before last, so I need to know more. I gotta take this thing off. It's starting to itch.
You want some candy?
I just wanted the cold chocolate. Oh.
Take a handful.
Yeah, that's really swollen. I understand that, Cecilia. So maybe we'll see about doing some research what you can or cannot get crossbow wise. Or what are the laws for air rifles up there?
Nope, can't have them.
Really, in Canada, no air rifles.
Anything below 6 foot or 12 foot-pounds for rifle and 6 pounds for pistol. Anything above that, you need a federal firearms certificate.
So
almost the same as Canada.
Don't go over the foot-pounds.
Well, it don't leave you much.
It doesn't leave you a whole lot. I mean, squirrel would be the smallest you'd be able to get.
Well, thing is, she's not hunting. She's going for protection. And if it's anything like, oh man,
she's better off with the self-cocking
crossbow.
Crossbow, yep.
Well, the thing is, I was thinking if she got herself, say, a paintball gun.
Even those are restricted now.
Well, even then, you freeze the paintballs.
Yeah, then you got to go to the freezer to get them out. You're not going to have that kind of time.
Well, it depends. If someone's digging in, but
I don't know
what paintball will hurt in the wrong spot.
Yeah, I don't know what the restrictions are for the HDR from Umarex, which is a 56 millimeter. It's like a paintball, but I don't know if they can get the pepper balls or the mace balls.
Oh, pepper balls or mace balls would be nice. That would definitely help Cecilia.
Yeah, but the problem is you don't hit them with that. When they're next to the wall, you skip it off the wall.
Right, to make it break.
Yeah, so it makes it break and creates a dust around them.
Well, the thing is, if you hit them in the forehead, it does multiple things.
Yeah, you're not going to take the time to aim there.
No, I mean, in something that kind of situation, she's going to aim for the center mass and let it rip. You know, that's all I can suggest. But I've totally forgotten about the pepper and the mace balls.
Now that's even if they can even get a hold of them there. The gentleman that's their prime minister up there right now
is a jerk.
Blocking so much stuff.
Oh, I know.
And changing the laws so rapid that I don't think they'll be able to hunt for food in 2 years.
I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
No, he wants full control. He wants robots.
Okay. Next subject.
Enough of that.
I'm a fixed blade kind of guy, Jared. Some people, I'm not sure. Jason never mentioned it, whether it's fixed or mechanical.
What?
Your blades for your bow.
For my bow, there's a screw on. I don't have any.
No. Fixed or mechanical. Solid point.
Okay, thank you.
Or mechanical that pop out.
No, I don't. I really don't care much for the mechanicals, the pop out ones.
I'm a fixed blade, two bladed fixed blade. Zwicky broadheads are my favorite all time ones. I just happen to have the money to get any.
I mean, problem is that's on eBay. I don't care much for eBay. But,
now, Three Rivers Archery is where I usually go for my equipment. Am I supported by them? Nope. But I do love their arrows and stuff like that. Let's see here.
That's not the one. Well, that one would probably work. There's not enough leverage there. I just happened to see one today on a video.
Which ones?
A self-cocking crossbow.
Right.
But the handle goes all the way down to where the grip is. So you got a really long handle to cock the crossbow. And from what I understand, it doesn't take a whole lot of effort. And it's got a stock on it too.
Okay. I'm gonna close this one here for a second. I'm gonna bring something else up. Okay. Now this one here, right here, is a Zwicky Delta. This is what I normally prefer to use when I bow hunt. Because I don't have a lot of screw-on tips because just I don't like having the chance of losing my tips that way. There's a couple others I have tried before, like this Eskimo right here, but that was a long time ago. But this is right here is the one I started off with right here, the Zwicky Escalite 2-blade. I get it in like 125 grain, and it works great for what I use them for, which I use wooden arrows.
Go.
This one here actually is 110 grains, which is a little bit lighter than I'm used to. But there you go. I mean, that's what I prefer to use. Did you hear what South was saying yesterday when he came in?
No.
I think it was either New Mexico or something like that, trying to ban firearms.
Oh yeah, for a whole month, for like 30 days.
Yeah,
it is the county that Albuquerque is in, and a couple surrounding counties.
Oh my God, it's gonna be a bad deal.
Oh yeah.
That person's not getting voted back into office.
You'd be surprised.
Well, the thing is, they'll be surprised if they do, because there are more hunters who pay for more programs in New Mexico than not, because of the revenue they bring in.
They don't care about that, unfortunately.
Well, apparently they don't realize that without the funds that they bring in, a lot of their programs are not going to get funded.
Exactly.
And they're going to wonder, where did all this money go?
Right.
You screwed it over.
Like I said, a criminal's going to criminal.
You can't.
Law-abiding citizen will hold the law.
Yeah. As their old saying says, I don't like getting political too much on my channel.
I know.
If you make guns illegal, while that for everybody, only the criminals are going to have them.
Yep.
Or I'm paraphrasing. I'm not sure exactly the phrase, but criminalize weaponry, then only criminals will have weapons, or something like that. Yeah, I don't know anything about that, Cecilia. I'm sorry to hear that, but I don't know anything about that. But I don't want to get too political about that right now, because right now we're discussing archery, hopefully. Jason, on your air bow you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
What kind of shabs do they use?
They use the fiberglass because they have to fit over the barrel on some of them. Some
They're
of them
tubes.
fit down in the barrel.
They're hollow tubes.
Yes.
Okay, that's different than a solid fiberglass rod. So that's that's one thing it doesn't mention.
Yeah.
Also, what kind of tips can you use?
Anything you want.
So that self-activating shotgun shell one would be perfect then, right?
Yes and no at the same time.
As soon as it hits, it goes boom.
Oh, those no, those are gimmicks. Stay away from those.
I was just doing it as a joke.
Yeah.
That was a joke, folks, not real. Be well, Cecilia. Thank you for your information. You provided a lot of good information about Canada. I really appreciate it.
All right, Cecilia, have a good night.
Be well, be safe, and have a good evening. And I'll see you hopefully tomorrow night on Jason's channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been up and around much lately because of my surgery since Friday, but I'm doing the best I can. My knee is completely swelled up right now. I haven't taken anything because it's not hurting per se.
That's because you're sitting up instead of laying flat.
Well, I want to put my leg up. I'm supposed to have it up, not down. I just took my wrappings and everything off. So let me close this out here. Yeah, I just took my wrappings off my knee. I got to take a shower yesterday for the first time. Yay! That was good. And on a good note, none of my medication and everything cost me anything. So far, cost-free. Only thing I'm waiting on now is my first check from Workman's Comp.
That's going to be a while.
6 weeks.
Nope.
Okay.
I talked to him already.
Well, that's good.
Yep. Because I can't survive with 6 weeks without a paycheck. So they're going to lose an employee that way if they do it that way, and that's illegal. Especially since it's been founded that I got hurt at work.
Yeah.
And they've already had the surgery. So that's the only reason I'm out in the first place is because of the surgery. So I'm doing the best I can with that. I really wish we could find something really easy for Cecilia to use. but I can't really think of anything other than maybe a blowgun, possibly with the rounds that you mentioned earlier, Jason, or a excuse me, or a paintball gun. That's the only thing I can think of. What do you think?
Yeah, let me pull that up. Like I said, I don't know if she can actually have that there.
Okay, they're called salt pepper sprays is what they're called. Or pepper balls. They're non-lethal projectiles for home defense, for self-defense. So I don't see why they shouldn't have an issue with that.
Yeah, this is still kind of on the pricey side, even here for the U.S. $169.95.
How much?
$169.95.
That's just for the firearm itself, right? For the
It's not a firearm. It's a pre-charged CO2.
No, well, the CO. I'm talking about something you can just use in any paintball gun.
Yeah, no, this is a 50 caliber paintball gun. You can kind of say, but you can put the cartridge in it, seal it in there, but it will not pierce it unless you hit the charging button at the bottom of the pistol gun.
Right. So yeah,
it's charged. It's ready to rock and roll.
Let me check something here.
And these things are not something you play around with. Okay, let me get the StreamYard here. Let me get over here to share screen. Alrighty. We can share that screen there.
Okay. They do consider them like firearms in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
At least Ontario.
And that's where she's at.
Yeah. But it doesn't mention any other locations other than Ontario.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you got to be at least 18 years old. She's got that covered. And show valid identification to purchase the paintballs and real gun at, you're able to, is all you need to do. Then you could only certain stores sell them. About buying the ammo would be like the pepper ones, unless they sell it on like a Canadian Amazon or something like that.
Yeah.
Then that's the only way she's going to get it. You can't cross borders with it.
Yeah, because you can get the hard plastic or the rubber balls for it.
That one is probably way too much. They would not even consider that one, Jason.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just talking about a regular, here in the United States, off-the-shelf Walmart brand.
Yeah.
Paintball gun.
Yeah.
But with the right ammo, such as the pepper spray one, would be more than sufficient without being too powerful to hurt, kill, to, protect yourself.
Yeah, they got
none of those would be allowed in Canada.
Yeah, exactly. Because like I said, I'm not going to even start with that right now. So
yeah, that's a whole different deal.
Yeah.
Now, I'm looking at the laws right now. So
they don't want to even have you even self-defend yourself. They want you to sit there and take it.
No, I'm checking something here.
They're not even doing anything against the hog problem that they have up there.
Okay, they do have a air gun source. Jason?
Yeah.
Here, check this out. I'll post it down here. It's from Canada. This is a Canadian site. It's for paintball training and self-defense.
Yeah. Those are from Umrex. And those are going to be the rubber balls. Those things are no joke.
Now, these probably would not be allowed in Ontario because it's Ontario. But anywhere else in the Canadian territories, probably. But that's the only way you're going to get them across the borders is buy them from the site there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it wouldn't even get there.
Yeah. Gee, for crying out loud. Just look at the price on the second one. On the T4E. Oh, that's because it says Glock on there. But you got the first one there for $149.99. Yeah, that'll do. Out of stock. Of course, everything's going to be out of stock.
Okay, that's just okay. Personal safety alarms, self-defense keychains, safety whistles, flashlights, tactical pens, GPS watches with safety features, and dog spray are the 7 defense tools you can legally carry in Canada.
Now, this would be something for home. Not everyday carry. I need to go get my supper.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see that where you can use them for self-defense. Okay, that's it for that one. I'm doing my best to hold out, folks, because I'm just sore right now.
What?
I'm sore.
Dinner is just.
But give me a second. I'm gonna go get me a fresh Pepsi. Jason, you have the con. You can take over for a second. I'm just gonna head to the kitchen. It's gonna take me a little bit though. Got to use the cane. So, talk about the arrows and your bow a bit, Jason, what you're planning on using down there. When he gets back, that is. I know he's getting his supper. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You want to touch him? Give me a moment, man.
I just saw some noodles as all I was able to.
I'm not moving very fast.
I got like 4 pieces of sausage.
I'm not worried about it. Oh yeah, well, The only arrows I know about are the ones I shoot, and those are going to be the field points. That's all I have right now. I don't have anything else in my arsenal yet. I usually just, if I walk by and I see it for sale for like $15 and under, if I got the cash on me, I'll do it right then and there.
Yeah. And the noodles are overcooked.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, folks. I'm trying to eat some kind of food.
It is some kind of food. It's
Yeah.
disappointing.
It is very disappointing. It's like ketchup and garlic and noodles, like my granny used to make.
With hot dogs.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get into the archery thing. Other than that, I'm just still learning.
Hey, Jason, see if you can get Jared to come back.
Come on up, Jared.
Jared.
I might be able to learn something from you, too.
He's got valuable hunting experience.
Yeah, I don't know who's all in the chat. Besides Jared. It says there's 4 watching. I know one of them is my tablet. And most of the chat's from Cecilia. I'd probably say 98% of the chat is Cecilia.
Right? And she went to bed.
Yeah. Haven't seen Deb tonight. So she's probably out on the town or something.
She was trying to figure out how to pay for her repairs with the cost of her roof being too high.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Jared, please come on up. I got some questions for you.
I told him, I told him to come on up so I can.
I'll put the link in the chat one more time. What you having for supper?
Noodles with flavored ketchup.
It is not flavored ketchup.
Might as well be.
She did a lazy spaghetti.
A what?
Lazy spaghetti.
Oh, I guess he's out of here. Be well, Jarrett. Thank you for coming.
Be well, Jared.
I think he's working at a Renaissance fair on the weekends.
Yeah, I'm thinking about just going and making some kippers and toast and videotape it.
Oh, that reminds me. What's coming up, Jason?
Your birthday.
My birthday.
Yeah, that's next week. Yes, I'm not worried about that.
Well, that's
It's next month.
Oh,
grilled cheese challenge is coming up.
What is
grilled cheese challenge?
Grilled cheese, yeah.
I have an idea for an Irish one.
Yeah, I need to get propane for that.
I think it's going to be fun. I hope. Now, there's some people who go all out, which I have no problem with. What's his name? Did the homemade tomato soup to go with his grilled cheese. I think his tomato soup outshined his grilled cheese, but that's just me. You know,
it's all honey, not the cheese.
What kind of cheese are you thinking this year?
Havarti. I don't know.
As long as it's not Limburger.
I don't know yet.
I know you did cream cheese last year, didn't you?
Oh my goodness, that was good.
So we can discuss that one. You know, that's coming up.
Yeah, I just might do maybe a type of brie and get the food processor out. Do some brie and bacon, grilled cheese sandwich on the I don't know, maybe a sheepherder's bread or something.
I was considering. If I did the Iowa one again, use cornbread.
Oh, that'd be hard to hold together.
Yeah, it would.
The cheese would hold it together.
No, it's just getting it cut and everything else. You're gonna have to get it in a cold refrigerator for 24 hours, so you can slice it a little bit thinner and get it on the grill as quick as you can.
Yeah. Then deep fry it.
I don't know about that, but
yeah. Hey, what's wrong with deep frying?
It's a lot of oil.
Yeah.
I never said that the grilled cheese challenge had to be healthy.
Yeah.
True?
Well, it's not super healthy anyways.
No.
It's a comfort food.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I know Deer Week starts next week.
What does?
Deer Week on the Outdoor Channel.
Ah. I don't know anything about
I don't get it, but I know it's good. I know it is there.
I don't get the Outdoor Channel. We don't have cable.
Neither do we.
Yeah. I'm not paying that $12 a month to get that.
Right.
Even though there was 5 channels I normally watched on there, but getting the time to watch it, yeah.
So, question for you, Jason and Molly. You saw the first 2 chapters of the course. You know, what did you think?
Easy.
Looks like it was easy at first.
First part is about safety anyway. Which is
I thought you were going to do like the first chapter, then you're going to do the questions, and then...
They didn't have the questions set up that way. This is where you have to watch the entire thing, then get the questions.
Yeah.
So, now will I go back and probably question each chapter once we go? Probably. Because I'm going to, I've got time right now. So, ow.
You starting to hurt now?
Yeah. My where my incision is across the bottom portion of my knee, my kneecap, is starting to swell again. This is the most I've sat up all day. I've been basically sitting in this chair, my leg up, trying to keep the swelling down.
Yeah, understandable.
But this has been a pretty quiet Tuesday.
Yeah.
But there's always Thursday, and I could make it a once a week thing too to make it more do some more interesting things on Thursdays, especially when we can get Cliff up and everything else.
Yeah.
And hopefully try that. But with the hunting season coming like it is, we need any and all information we can get.
Yeah, it's all here now.
Yeah, I mean, well, for me, because I'm kind of restricted from what I can do right now.
Yeah.
It's not so much that I don't have the skill. That's not. It just I don't have the physical capability of walking out into the woods right now. And the only one person who's even having it worse than me is Cornfed, and he's got those separated muscles and the aneurysm in his leg, his groin, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got it worse than I do.
Yeah, I hope he gets better.
Me too. And I'm going to try to suggest him and I get together once I get a little bit more mobile and go do some stuff that doesn't require a lot of walking around. That way he doesn't. We could do a small video on, and just whether it be a simple going over the stuff he won from the gathering,
yeah,
and doing some videos on that. He could sit down doing that.
Yeah.
He can go through each and every item and say he does a video on each one. That would give him enough content to get through until he gets,
Oh yeah, especially if he does a quick little 10-minute video on each item.
Exactly.
And just get multiple videos out.
Exactly. I mean, well, he could do some shorts if he wanted to, shorten some out to put them on the short section, but generally do a 10-minute live or 10-minute, whatever, and then a short for 3 out of the same video. That way you can get the views up and everything else.
Speaking of views,
you're checking your vitals.
I went up quite a bit. I'm gone back up.
I need to get my people up. I mean, I haven't done much lately.
Yeah, I'm at 193 now. Let's see, where's my analysis? And let's see, 82 views in the last past 48 hours. I'm still at 18,000 or 1,800 views, 101 hours, and plus 21 for the 28 days.
I'm down 4 subscribers in the last 28 days. Mm-hmm. But I'm up 2,500 views.
Yeah.
So I'm up, but I'm down.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just short several, a couple hundred subscribers and 4,000 watch hours.
There's nobody left in chat.
Nope,
no, that's why I'm probably going to end up calling it because there's no one here. It's just us.
Well, that's fine.
And my leg is starting to hurt anyway.
Yeah.
But I'll see more on your guys' channel tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. I probably won't be up for long, but I'll try my best.
Yeah. Understandable.
I will tell you this. I get so freaking bored here in the house that I can't go anywhere. But I can't go anywhere because I'm not allowed to until my leg's better. Which really freaking sucks.
Yeah.
But I do get free reign on the refrigerator and unlimited bathroom breaks. And I can take a nap if I want to.
Yep.
But that's about it. I am now, give a second, according to my AdSense, I am $30.40 from getting my next paycheck from YouTube. It's going to be a while.
Yeah.
Unless I get a really good video or something. I'm not sure how they do the payouts for the shorts and stuff. Because that one I did with Ian that got 1,500 views was pretty good. But that was just sort of kind of fell through, I wasn't something I planned. Let's see here.
Well, maybe next weekend you can catch Ian shooting the target.
Well, I will see what I can do. It's up to him. Well, I can get him to come out and shoot.
Yeah, like I said, how tight can he get his groups?
Well, I could also challenge him, but it's my birthday that weekend.
Yeah.
Let me see here. I've got to go look under my shorts here because I'm not sure. I got to go to my actual channel to see the views on that one. Yeah, 1,500 views. That's the best one I have since Bacon on a Campfire and the 2.9K, The Long Walk. That was a good one there. My best one of my shorts.
Yeah. Everybody wants to see shorts now. They don't want long videos anymore.
Yeah, but bacon is always a good choice. But I thought the cannon fodder one would have got better, but nope. But I think I'm going to call it.
Okay.
I'm toast.
All right.
Well, have a good evening.
You too. Be well. See you tomorrow.
All right, see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Fuzzy squirrel nuggets.
Night.
Good night.